Yo, what's up, son? This is your host, Mr. Yuck, and welcome back. Thanks for tuning in to my YouTube channel, MrYuckForever. Alright, so I got another really epic build for the monk. My last one, the Devil's Defensive Tank build. It's pretty beast. I really like it. It's really solid. In this build, I'm going to bring you Heaven's Mass Hysteria. We're going to be doing everything from summoning demons to help us fight on our team, stunning the enemy, fucking blinding them, charming them to help them fight on our team, and one of my favorite parts, turning them into chickens. Why? Because chickens are pussies and they can't fight back. Alright, stay tuned. I'm sure you're going to love this build. It's probably one of my favorites so far. Alright, sweet. So let's get started. I'm going to be kicking it in this first part here in Whimsyshire, the rainbow level, secret level, or whatever. If you want to know how to get here, I got a video for that. Probably pop a link up on the screen right about now. You can go check that out. I actually got the Infernal Staff of Herding. So everything you need to know about the Staff of Herding, I'll let you know. So anyways, so in this build of Heaven's Mass Hysteria, super OP, man. 3 key things in this build. Massive armor. I have a 10,000 armor rating right now. Extreme Spirit and Health Regeneration as well, which is awesome. We're going to be fueling a little bit more Spirit than Devil's Defensive Tank build. And let's actually just take a look at some of my skills right now. So to dive right in, I'm going to be using Fist of Thunder with Quickening. Critical hits generate an additional 15 Spirit. And my critical hit chance is over a 50%. And my attack speed is, let's see here, a 2.17. So I'm going to be doing at least a critical hit every second. And so I'm going to be generating a lot of Spirit right off the bat with Fist of Thunder. It's always my favorite primary. I would always choose that. Anyway, so on my secondary, Wave of Light, I'm using this again. Instead of like last time where I was using Empowering Wave where it reduces the cost, I'm actually going to be using a Blinding Light on this one. Critical hit stun enemies for 3 seconds. So I'm going to be getting critical hits at that 50%, so I'm going to be stunning dudes at least once every second if I'm using this 2 times a second. And then pretty much dudes are going to be stunned indefinitely while I'm fighting these guys. As well, to pull dudes in, since I'm not teleporting with Fist of Thunder, I'm using Cyclone Strike to pull the dudes in. Of course, the Eye of Storm just to reduce the Spirit cost. And really, my main damaging move is going to be a Wave of Light. Cyclone Strike does still do pretty decent damage at 350,000 DPS. And so this is where a little bit of a change comes into play versus my other build. I'm going to be using Breath of Heaven with infused with light. Okay, this is really key. You gain 8 additional Spirit from Spirit generating attacks for 5 seconds. Which pretty much means that you use this in combination with Fists of Thunder. So when you're really low on Spirit, just pop out Breath of Heaven. Heals you for 13 to 15,000 health. Okay, you're regenerating much more Spirit now. That 8 additional on top of that 6 Spirit per attack. Right there, you're at fucking 14 plus critical hits. So you could be generating 29 Spirit a hit. It's pretty OP. For my next defensive move, I chose another one. Actually, I'm going to be using Blinding Flash and the modifier Blinding Echo. So it blinds the dudes the first time for 3 seconds. Blinding Echo is pretty OP though. Doesn't blind them for long, but it interrupts their attack for just a split second, but it makes them so you're not getting hit for that. A bunch of dudes just for that 1 second, and combined with a bunch of our other skills right now of stunning and blinding dudes so far, pulling them in, dudes have a less chance to hit us. For my mantra, I'm going to be using Mantra of Evasion, I'm going to use a hard target for the modifier. It increased my armor by 20%, so I'm using the exact same armor and weapon as my last build. But since I am using hard target on this with my follower, this is a solo farming build, that my armor is now like 10,000. And so onto my passive. Resolve again, enemy damage reduced by 20%. So if we take a look at the 10,000 armor rating right here, 10,000 armor rating reduces all damage from enemies of the same level as you by 77% right there for my armor. You throw in Resolve, 20% negated, you know, from that remaining damage. Dudes are doing literally no damage. Since we are generating more spirit than our last build, every point of spirit spent heals us for a mad amount of life, which is really nice. And seize the initiative. You know, we're combining this with our mantra right there. So seize the initiative. Armor is increased by 50% of your dexterity. Armor on top of armor. And this is where we're just gonna do a little test run out here. You know, you can see there's some dudes out here. So we can pull them in real quick and blind them. Start hitting them up with primary. Unload the bell. Pull them in. Unload the bell. Unload the bell. So if you need to generate more spirit, get some life back quick. Use that primary as much as possible while generating a lot of spirit. And just keep wailing at these dudes. And you'll see here that these dudes are doing virtually no damage. And we'll take a look. This is on Master 5, Inferno Master 5 right there. And you can see my stuff if you haven't seen it yet. 354,000 DPS at 10.2 thousand armor and 119,000 life. You don't really need much more vitality than that because dudes aren't doing really a lot of damage. And we are keeping our our attack DPS up, which is pretty nice. Nightmares teleporting hoarder. And, you know, that's just messing up some unicorns. And, you know, you can dance for a happy cloud right there. You know, get a little gold. You know, here it is once again. You know, you can actually see your character, you know, doing that. So you can see also that my follower is turning dudes into chickens right here. It summoned a big old massive demon to help me fight. He's pretty OP. And we'll see how long he lasts right here. Most dudes that you summon, you know, they run out pretty quick. That's one of the quicker times he runs out. But, you know, there's just a little bit of my stuff on my monk. Pretty OP, right? Stay tuned. So let's take another key look at what makes this build so effective. Alright, first of all, our defensive moves fuel our primary and heal us. Okay, Breath of Heaven is mainly that move. Okay, heals us. Defensive move fuels our spirit. Our defensive attacking move is Blinding Flash. At the same time, it's also a crazy defensive move as well. Okay, while we're using Fist of Thunder, now we're generating mad spirit and doing damage. Okay, every time we use Wave of Light, we're doing insane damage. Okay, keep in mind. Same with Cyclone Strike. It does pretty decent damage as we pull the dudes in. But with Transcendence, you gain 131 life every time you use a point of spirit. Man, that's 4,000 health every time you attack with Cyclone Strike. And about 10,000 health every time you attack with Wave of Light. You know these other ones? It's like 2,000 health on top of Breath of Heaven, realistically, because you have Transcendence. And you even generate health from Blinding Light. So you're generating health at all times, mad defense, you generate a massive amount of spirit for all of your abilities. This build is OP as shit. Here's a bunch more dudes. No spirit, and let's generate that spirit up and get our attacks fueled and let's get going. I'm frozen and they can still literally do no damage because they're confused and stunned still. They're not sure what's going on. You know, half these dudes are chickens. And there's some elite pussy-ass unicorns that don't have a chance. Get out of here, scrubs! And if you're not convinced yet, or you haven't been to Whimsy Shire and you don't know how difficult those unicorns can be, well, they're strong, bro. But anyways, then let's jump into Act 4, Primeval, right at the end, and let's start whooping some ass. At this point, I guess I can fill you in on my follower. Normally, you see me using the Templar or no follower at all. Since this is a solo farming build, well, obviously, most likely you're going to be using follower. So, for my follower, the sword that raises the demonic dude that helps distract the guys from damage from me is Maximus. It's really OP. It's a legendary two-handed sword. The famed warrior Maximus defeated 99 demons single-handedly in the battle of some shit. Okay, with their own demonic powers, weapons, or whatever. Maximus is OP, dude. Summons that demonic slave. It's really nice. For my actual moves for my follower, the Enchantress, I actually go with Charms. So it charms an enemy into fighting for you for 4 seconds, which distracts the dudes and charms dudes fight for me. Okay, buffs me with Power Armor. Buffs you in the Enchantress. Increase your armor by 5%, slowing attackers by 30% for 3 seconds. So, you know, the fact that my armor is beefed up while I have the Enchantress is really nice. Disorient creates a flash of confusion on a group of enemies in an area, causing them to stumble around disoriented for 2 seconds. So, you know, more confusion on top of our build. Mass Control, which is where she hexes the groups of enemies and the chickens for 5 seconds. And while the chickens, they literally can do nothing. So now we're just running around here out on this final Master fucking 5 Inferno on Act 4. Okay, trying to get a group of dudes. Here we go. So blinding all these dudes, pulling them in. You know, they're sending pretty much meteor strikes right on top of me. And my Enchantress survives that whole thing. And keep in mind, these are the stats on my Enchantress. Only 83,000 health. You know, I don't really have her tanked up like I should, but you know, that's fine. Only 1,000 armor. You know, only 15,000 damage, but it's really about her abilities that she's using. I'm not so worried about the damage at all, to be honest. You know, I'm the one doing the damage, and so I want to see me whooping Diablo's ass here in just a second. So hopefully you stay tuned and get ready to watch me solo this final guy. Keep in mind that when I do a solo Diablo, you know, I don't really want to change any of my moves because then I'll use my lose my stacks. And on top of it, my follower is going to be gone since you can't use your follower when you're fighting Diablo. So you know, just stay tuned if you want to watch this last little part here, or watch me fight this mob of guys real quick. It's like, what are these guys doing? See, these abilities are just too OP. Just standing right inside, just plagued right there. Just right in the middle of plagued. You know, I can't even do damage. Alright, so let's see how this battle against Diablo goes. We're going to start off by fueling Mad Primary. And then we're just going to keep trying to stun him for the most part. There's no reason to drag him in with Cyclone, considering that he's right in front of us and we're just soloing him. I can still blind him and just use my bell for the most part. And so far, Diablo hasn't even done any damage to me. He's blinded, he's stunned, can do no damage. This is hilarious. I cannot believe this. Can you literally do no damage to me, bro? Really? Oh my goodness. That's crazy. What the hell? Inferno Master V, dude. And Diablo does no damage. Heaven's Mass Hysteria? I don't know. What do you think? Oh, he can't even teleport away. Oh, he was so stunned. That's so funny. Can my clones even do damage? No. Oh my gosh, I love this build. It's just too good. Interrupts his attacks, he only drops out one trap. Are you kidding me? Oh, let's go. Alright, so same thing, just keep using Breath of Fire, standing right in the middle right there. And every time I'm hitting him with the bell, I'm regenning pretty much back to full health. Stunning him once again with my bell and just blinding him whenever I have a chance. Breath of Heaven, since I'm pretty much just holding down X to just consistently gain Spirit. And then just continuing to mop them up like they're scrubs. I mean, this is easier now than I think it was on any difficulty before, just because I have the right items I need, I got the build exactly how I want it finally. And it's like I said, man, it's just too good. Look at that. So 1 minute for the first section on Diablo, 2 minutes for that section on him. Again, on a solo build right here, without my follower. One cool thing is though that even though my follower is not with me since I picked the Enchantress, that buff is still active, which is crazy. Alright, well let's go Diablo, let's see what you got, bro. Interrupting your attacks. There's just nothing you can do. At this point, just continuing to just wail on him with the bell over and over. Anytime Breath of Light comes up, I use it instantly. Standing right inside the fire. Just doing no damage to me. Get over here. Blinded, stunned. This dude's confused. He don't know what the hell's going on. He's wondering how some dude named MrYuck just beat him on INFERNO Master V. Well, I never got him below 50% health on a solo build. Thanks for watching my build on Heaven's Mass Hysteria. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, MrYuckForever, all one words. There's Diablo in 5 minutes on Master V by yourself. Not even getting hit below 50,000 health. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more epic videos from MrYuck. Thanks for tuning in.